Well, welcome back. Got back from the DA yesterday. Today being Friday, October the 7th, on a beautiful afternoon. Man, temperature just right and everything. But let me tell you about my VA trip yesterday. It went quite well. The doctor had good news for me. And all in all, I had a good time. I talked to a couple of World War II 82nd Airborne veterans. And let me tell you, it's an eye opener. The experiences that they went through and some of the things that they had to go and do. If you remember, they were in the very first wave on the assault on France into the German lines. They landed behind enemy territory. Now, some groups got swept away by the wind and everything, but they all regrouped, and there were a lot of casualties and losses. But still, we gained the foothold in the stronghold against the Nazis up there because of them. And so I enjoyed my talk with them. And next time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to one of them, record it, and I'm going to bring it right here so you can hear for yourself the many things that they have to say. They 11 pages of history are hard to come by anymore. And these are some of our heroes that came back. And so I salute them. They did a great job, and I'm thankful for their service. Back to my VA trip, I've heard a lot of complaints lately on Facebook and some of the other social media that the VA is not doing enough, that the VA is a very institutionalized, cold-hearted place, and that they're having hard times getting appointments and being seen by the doctors, and just all kind of complaints. But let me tell you something. There's no place on earth that takes care of its veterans better than us. Of course, there's some improvements, and of course, some things do tend to be improved upon. But all in all, I think the VA is doing a wonderful job, and I thank all those people up there, professional, concerned, and I have no complaints about them. All these people that are having a hard time getting appointments, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that, because for one thing, it's contingent upon you. It's your responsibility to go seek an appointment, to stay on it, and to make that appointment. I hear whining about transportation. I got transportation problems too. But my children make it possible for me to get down there, and I'm very thankful and grateful to them for doing that. And of course, there's always a taxi. Of course, a lot of people don't want to pay taxi. I'm one of them. I'll be the first one to tell you I'm not going to pay no $50 one-way ticket to the VA. I live in Pasadena, Texas. The VA I go to is the Michael G. DeBakey VA Medical Center, and in the medical center in Houston. The traffic is horrendous, and sometimes things just don't go as well as you plan. However, yesterday, the traffic was a bit tedious. My son-in-law got me there in time. I signed in at 9:08 in the morning. My appointment was for 9 o'clock. At 9:13, I was called by my nurse. She did the preliminaries on me, then told me to sit and wait. By 9:32, somewhere along that time, I was seen by my doctor, my primary care physician. She went over my records, went over my clinicals, and told me what I needed to do to lose some weight, of course, and some of the other recommendations that she made for my health. I'm very grateful to everything, especially to God, for keeping me healthy despite my age and everything. But that's the way it goes. We get older, and we require a little more attention. But of course, it's our responsibility to take care of ourselves. All the pills in the world, all the pills in the world, and the best doctors are not going to do for you what you need to do for yourself. They can only recommend. In the end, it's your responsibility to follow through. If you don't want to, well, that's your problem. It's not the VA's problem. They're not there to hold your hand. They're there to help you. They're there to give you what you need in order to make it. It's up to you to get motivated and do what you are expected to do for yourself. So to a lot of people that are whining about, oh, I don't get to see the doctor, I have spent months waiting for an appointment, all I got to say is, hey, something's wrong, and it's not the VA. Okay? Yesterday when I went there, like usual, it's packed. Thousands of veterans coming in and out. Many immobilized, many on scooters, many on these self-mobilized units and everything. But they are going there, they are being seen. Of course, we're talking about thousands of people. We're not talking about 5 or 10 people down at your local doctor's office. We're talking about a lot of people. Our specialty centers are open. They're seeing people as fast as they can. And believe me, they're doing the very best that they can. So I had a very I had a very pleasant experience yesterday. And some things that I found out about myself in talking to another person. And I'm grateful for that. It was just somebody that was put in my way to help me realize that a lot of these problems that I have, I can take care of myself. Nothing like good smoke, huh? Anyway, what I've got to say is this. Everybody that complains about something, it's usually their fault. Everybody that has something to say about negative about something, it's usually because they don't understand or they fail to see the reason. When something is wrong with your VA, there are avenues for you to make a complaint. There are recourse for you to take in order to be seen. If you're going to call down there, make an appointment, don't show up, or if you're going to be given an appointment, or you're going to wait for an appointment, then, you need to do something. You need to get off your ass. You need to go see the doctor. You need to go to the VA, and you need to be there, okay? They're not going to come get you. They're not going to hold your hands. You're not going to get cotton candy and a free day, all-day tour of Disneyland. This is up to you, man. This is up to each and every one of you. It's a responsibility. It's called being grown up. It's called being responsible for yourself. So, I know that there's a lot of problems. I've faced them myself. Transportation, money, distance, you name it. I've been there. And the world is not perfect yet for me. It's not a perfect situation for me either. But I managed to get down there to my appointments. And so what I've got to say this, and I'll end up by saying this once and for all, you need to get down there. You really do. If you need help, they're there. They're open 5 days a week. There's a hotline. They've got an emergency service. Don't go to one of these emergency hospitals nearby. Tell them, if you're a veteran, you tell them you want to go to the VA. I'm not registered at the VA. It doesn't matter. If you are a veteran, they will register you. They will see you. You won't be turned away. So there's a lot of recourse. There's a lot of open doors. You just have to get up and walk through one of them. And as far as I know, I haven't had any problems. At first, years ago, I didn't even want to go to the DA. Neither did my brother. We both were adamant about going there. We didn't want to be seen as weak. We didn't want to be seen as non-macho. We didn't want to be seen as someone that needed help. But you know what? That was a hard pill to swallow, but we did it. And my brother and I are both happy that we were being seen. We were both being taken care of. My brother served during his time in Vietnam, received major burns to his body. And so he just refused to go. But when he did go, they finally ended up taking care of him. But all this time, all these years that he spent, all the years that I spent not going there, we could have been better off today. But thank God we got through it in time. So what I got to say is this. The veterans, the VA in Houston, and I imagine in every other place, is doing a great job. It really is. There's a few oddballs. There's a few things that going on that may not be up to par. But all in all, hey, it's an experience, okay? There's a lot of benefits to going there. There's a lot of things like your meds are either mailed to you can wait for them right there. Everything's fulfilled right there at the center. You don't have to go anywhere else. Myself, I have a contract with an outside source because of the specials that I have to see. But that's paid for by the VA. All I have to do is show up. What could be simpler than that? So, what I'm saying, hey, VA, you folks are doing a great job. Despite of what other people are saying, you guys are doing a great job. Those of you that are complaining about the VA, look into it. See what your complaint is about. Is it really the VA, or is it something that you can take care of yourself? That's all I got to say about that. Thank you.